Okay, guys, this is Emmett D. Alpha Builder. Guys, it's been a while since I did a video kind of pertaining to this right here, man. But I had one of my somebody had commented to one of my posts that I put up, one of my videos that I put up. They commented, and the comment, I wish I was at home. I could read it for you, but I can just kind of give you what the comment was about. The comment was about, I told this guy a while ago. I did a video a while ago. I can't remember which video it is. I probably got about 700 videos on my YouTube channel. But guys, I did a video, and the video was saying that it was almost basically, just to sum it up, for African American contractors and subcontractors, it's pretty much a wrap. Getting into this game is going to be very, very difficult for African American, especially African American males. I think African American females would fare better in the construction industry, being a general contractor and subcontractor for that matter, than black males. And one reason is that the fact that the African American community, instead of being a patriarch, we are really a matriarch. All right. And so, but I was just saying that, for black boys, black males or black boys is trying to get out here and get into the trades. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. And the reason I said it was going to be very difficult, guys, is because we're not in the trades anymore. Some happened, I don't know, maybe about 20 years ago. They told us to all go to college and get degrees. And so either you go to college and you get all kind of degrees and you get your PhD, or you can become an athlete or a rapper. These things were pushed on us because those are the guys that made the money and things like that. So a lot of the African American, just the African American contractors got out of the trades. They weren't pushed to go into the trades. Now we're starting to see it, and guys, I see it. I see it like yesterday. The trades is where it's at, man. I tell you what, and if it wasn't for me writing checks to my subcontractors, I wouldn't know this. I know what my electricians are getting paid. I know what my framers are getting paid. I know what my plumbers are getting paid. I know what their overhead is because I'm actually, in some cases, I have to buy the products and the materials in some extreme situations, guys. So if you look at the labor and you subtract everything out, you can see what these guys are making. When I talk to some of my subcontractors, and most of them are Hispanic, their kids are going, they're sending their kids to top tier colleges and et cetera, man. So that means they're making pretty good. And they paying outright. They ain't getting student loans and stuff like that. But guys, it was just, the guy, when he responded, he was, at one point in time, he was like, hey, man, you shouldn't be so direct or so matter of fact. But guys, I'm just going to shoot it to you straight. And that's what I did in the video. Now he responded to the video and said, hey, man, I'm in trade school. I think he was about 40 years old. And he said that he was in trade school and, trying to get some of the trades so we can, get out here and get into the grind. And he was saying, you were right. He said, man, you were right. He said he while he's in the trades, he said he went in there, guys, and even at the trade school that he's at, he said the only guys that he see that's in the trades are Hispanic and white. He said that if he did see black guys, they were in football and basketball. They weren't trying to do it. They was in degrees that didn't really mean much. Degrees that, kind of like your average degrees when you go to college nowadays. But he said, man, he said, hey, he's seeing it with his own two eyes. So now he was like, hey, man, but, I can't give up. And he's right, man. You can't give up. I mean, we can only give the information out here, but let me just tell you what I think. I'm gonna add this on to this right here, guys. What I think, we talked about this in my class. We were saying, well, what can black males do to get themselves at a point to where we can get back out here in the trades and do our thing? What can black men and black boys today do to get up. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's another thing. Here's another dynamic of the equation. Even if you get out here, if you guys get out here as black males and you learn the trade, let's say you go to trade school, you learn that trade, you master those trades, man, you're the man. Well, you got to get some experience. Problem is, you're black male and you're trying to get some experience, even though you got all the knowledge, you're trying to get some experience. Here's the problem. Who's going to hire you? Who's going to hire you? Even if you came to my job site, guys, I'm not going to hire, because guys, I don't want to deal with homeowners. I don't want to deal with callbacks and homeowners and somebody to experiment on my job site trying to figure it out and stuff like that. No, I'm not going to do that. I wore that shirt. I done dealt with those days. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hire guys. I don't care if you're black, white, blue, or green. I'm going to hire the guy that has the experience and he knows what he's doing. And all you guys sit here and say, well, why don't you just give the brother a chance? Why don't you just give him a chance? Well, you give him a chance on your job site. You give him a chance and you deal with that homeowner calling you. And some of these homeowners will lay down in the middle of the road if they see your car come by. And they'll call you at 2 o'clock in the morning because something that was done wrong. I don't have time for that. Not only that, I want you to have your general liability insurance. I want you to be established. That way you don't go out of business. I want you to have your stuff together day one. I'm not going to be dealing with that stuff with those homeowners. I wore those shirts. I'm not going to wear those shirts again. I'm not going to go down that line. At the bare minimum, if I got to get called back, that means you got structural issues, which I know I've studied this stuff and I got my stuff on the front end. You got foundation, structural, or you got water coming in some kind of way. Now I need to get out there then. But I'm not going to go through that, guys. I'm not going to be that guy. So I'm not. You guys can hire. I get it, man. With Black Power, whatever. You do what you want to do. But guys, here's the thing, guys. And I know this sounds kind of bad, but guys, who's going to hire them? The Hispanic guys are not going to hire them, and I'm going to tell you why. They could probably get hired by white guys, but that means that you need to be into the licensed trades like electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. You may have to have your journeyman license and all that kind of stuff. But all the sub trades, framing, we just keep going down the line, man. You're probably not going to get hired by the Hispanic crew simply because, and it's going to sting to a lot of brothers. This is really going to sting. I can get down here because he mess around and hear what I'm talking about. He may feel some kind of way. But guys, the reason that the Hispanics are not going to hire you, and in some cases, white guys are not going to hire you either. Black guys, hold up. Y'all need to hear this. It's your image. Black culture, the image of black culture is bad. It's at an all-time low. Your image, the way you look, if you look like you smoke weed or you get high and stuff like that, which is, you can call it with your hair, guys. Your hair, I did videos on this, guys. Your hair. Guys, here's the thing, guys. Let me just tell you guys something. I don't like snakes. Matter of fact, I'm always looking down because the way I was raised, my mom and my folks were afraid of snakes, and snakes were poisonous. And every time I saw a snake, either they was killing something or they was hurting somebody. Now, here's the thing. Only 90% of snakes are bad. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. 90% of snakes are non-poisonous. There's about 10% of snakes that'll bite you and kill you, or that'll hurt you or constrict you around you and kill you and stuff like that. That's only 10% of the snakes. But do you think I'm going to be, if I see a snake down here on the ground somewhere, if I see a snake, do you think I'm going to try to figure out whether or not he's a good snake or a bad snake? No, it's called pattern recognition. Once you have an image or you have a pattern, it's called survival, guys. It's survival. So we have to have pattern recognition as a form of survival, as a survival tactic. So if I see something that looks like it may hurt me, my brain is going to register, hey, you need to stay away from that. Oh, you don't need to hire that. See, this is what the brain does. All right. Where am I going with this? Guys, if you look at the news, and I did this with my son one time. I showed my son, they like their hair to just grow all wild on their head and stuff like that. And I said, man, when you do stuff like that, you have just marginalized how high you can go up in that company or whether or not you get hired anyway, guys. It is what it is, because when you're dealing with people who can give you the jobs, the one thing that they're going to do is they're going to have pattern recognition as well. What they're going to do, if they're looking at the news, because this is kind of the only interaction they have with black people is looking at the news. If they're looking at the news and they see Pookie with his hair all wild and no shirt on and just, that's what they think. Guys, they're not going to make any distinctions. They're going to look at all black men the same way. Guys, I would even go as far as black women will all look at you the same way. You get an average black woman, if she see a black man, she's not going to make any distinctions. You're all the same in her eyes. That's white people, Hispanic people, if they see you, and even though you have your hair cut right and stuff like that, it's what they've been seeing all their life. Survival, pattern recognition. If you just look like those guys, yeah, I mean, you ain't even gotta look like, you ain't gotta have your hair out like that, man. It's just so long they've been seeing black men in that capacity that's just what they think black men do. We're dysfunctional. That's what they see. We're dysfunctional. They see us as thugs or killers or stuff like that. This is just what. So you guys, you would have to change the image of black men to fix that problem to where people would want to hire you. Or you would have enough black men that go out here and start their own businesses and create an empire to be able to hire them. Now, creating an empire, that's very, very hard, guys. So you have to have every black person that you know, and all the black people have to be collectively on the same page to do the same thing. And that is very hard. So it's grim, guys. I get it, man. It's grim. I know he was hurt. He felt some kind of way that, man, you're just so direct and guys, I'm just going to shoot it to you straight. It is what it is. Now, here's what I do. I'll tell you what I do. Some people say, what you doing? Guys, I've been teaching at a community college where I have produced, guys, we're pushing over 26 home builders I produced in the last 4 years. I created a path, even my own son, I brought him through my program. I created a path so that you can go do it. You can make it happen. I can give you the knowledge and you can go out there and make it happen. And that's a start. But it is, guys, it doesn't look good, man. We got to change our image as African-American boys and men. And, and I don't see that happening. It's going to be very tough. You have to, most of the mothers will probably have to relinquish all their rights to their boys, to the dads. And then the dads got to put these boys in check and let them understand that, you're probably not going to get a, sports, become a professional athlete, or you're probably not going to become a, professional athlete or a rapper. And guys, you can even see, guys, if you look at sports right now, they're actually getting rid of that mess too. They're weeding these guys out. These guys that look like Pookie and Ray Ray and stuff like that. These franchise owners, they're not even putting their money in. Guys, even if they even have the best talent and they're good, they don't want that image connected to their franchise. Baseball started it a long time ago. Basketball is now. The only reason football is going to hold up a little bit because the guys got a helmet on their head. You don't really see them a lot with the helmet on. But other than that, yes, they getting rid of that stuff. They wiping that community mindset. They weeding that out of their system, and they don't want that part of their franchise. They just don't want it, guys. So we got to figure this thing out. Once again, guys, like, share, subscribe, and This ain't probably what you want to hear, man, but this is the way.